Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today I'm going to set up March in my lettering practice journal. I am actually very sorry that I did not get around to posting a February video. February was kind of an insane month for me, both in good ways and in bad. I had a vacation at the beginning of the month and then had some kind of health issues come up that just really made it hard to sit down and focus on that. Hopefully I can tell you all some stuff about the health struggle soon, but kind of just a really confusing story that I'm in the middle of trying to untangle. So we're gonna just power forward, right? And we're just going to focus on the month at hand, and let's talk about March. All right, so I don't have a ton to show you for February yet, but I kind of want to show you how January turned out just real quick. January was Under the Tuscan Sun, and this was my first attempt at making a lettering practice journal using kind of like the Dutch door style, or yeah, I don't know the right word, but you get what I'm trying to say. So I have a little, movie cover, the words that I was to letter, and then, smaller pages that I cut to fit the size of, I think it was an A5. And when you flip it over, you can always see the words that you are to letter. So I left myself just enough space to have, maybe at least 2 turns at practicing, maybe 3, maybe more, and then saving the last page for a quote page. All right, but let's go ahead, turn things over to March, take off my little bookmark here, and actually I'm gonna flip to the back so that I can get some of my pre-made materials. All right. Okay, March's movie is Rocketman, the, what would you call it, like a rockumentary, little biopic about Elton John. This year when I made my list of movies that I wanted to practice lettering, I wanted to pick maybe a few movies that weren't just from maybe the 80s or 90s, and I remembered how much I enjoy movies that are based on, really notable rock stars. And you'll see a few of those come up this year. So the first on this list is Rocketman. Okay, so to start things off, I'm going to glue in the list of words. I'm going to make this kind of a consistent look and feel every month. Obviously, I'm going to change the colors and stuff, but I like having just kind of a consistent, cohesive theme throughout this journal. All right, I am using my Tombow permanent adhesive tape runner. That is my glue of choice. And we are gonna glue this in. I'm just gonna line it at the very bottom row of dot grid here. Maybe I should backtrack a little bit in case you didn't catch the January video. I am working with an 8x8 Archer and Olive journal, which I'm obsessed with. To me, the quality is almost unrivaled. Okay, and in keeping consistent with the January look, I've got my Happy Planner Essential Dates and Numbers sticker book, and we're going to pull March off of here, and just gonna align this vertically at the bottom here. Okay, I'll put this aside for just a second. Now, I always like to put the movie cover here, but we've got some room to jazz it up. So in searching through my massive collection of scrapbook paper, I thought this color would look really nice with the movie cover's background. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so I'm gonna get my ruler out and I really like going with a little bit of a distressed look. And so I'm gonna get my ruler out here. We're gonna rip all 4 edges of the little frame that we're gonna make. Okay, so for the first 2 sides, we don't have to really worry about the exact spacing just yet. All right, so we're just going to take just a tiny, tiny bit off of the bottom. Get that fingernail up under there. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Really not an exact science to this. You could really get specific with measuring, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. Yeah, that looks good. I had a little bit of a rogue tear there. Just pop that right off. Okay. Let's get that glued in. See if I'm happy here. Do I want to just frame it? Do I want to offset it a little bit? No, I think I am just going to keep it simple, and I'm just going to frame it. All right, now here's the fun part. Let's find where the middle is. I'm just going to put a little mark there so I don't get lost. Glue it back in. There are probably ways to save on this glue, on this tape runner, but I really just like to make sure that everything that I'm gluing down is pretty secure. I don't like messing with it later. So we're gonna just do our best to line this up. Okay. I ran into this issue when I set up the journal. I added a bunch of movie covers to the inside cover, and I noticed I kept getting all of these little like scuff marks. And I don't know if you can see it through the camera, but you can kind of see some of it on the back of this picture. Come to find out that just printing off, I used just a little bit of a nicer paper. I used my HP 32 paper, and it's not really like a heavy cardstock, it's heavier, and found out that I really should have been changing my paper settings because the ink would never fully dry, and that's what's scuffing up my journal. But you know, I'm just trying to be okay about it because I hope that by the time I'm done with this journal, it just looks incredibly lived in. I want it to be messy. I want it to be, you know, a little tired looking. Okay, so we still have some room for some decoration. I'm gonna pull out, seeing these purples kind of got me thinking, I want to see if maybe this Happy Planner glitter paint sticker book has something in here that maybe we can use. This is just one sticker book that I've used a little bit of here and there, but generally speaking, it's been kind of ignored. I want to see if we can do better. All right, so I'm kind of liking these purples. Question is, should I line the tops of the page or the purple frame? Let's get one out and see. Okay, I could that, which is going to look pretty cool. That clashes a bit too much with the frame. So, do I want to put anything up there? Let's get this aligned and just put it straight on the bottom. Hopefully I don't screw this up. Okay, I'm back. I had to do a little bit of that off camera. I don't know, it's really hard to get things to line up straight, and I didn't want to accidentally cover any of these words, so I had to get some of it off the page. Really had to concentrate on saving as much as I could. Yeah, turned out pretty good. I like it. Okay, what else can we do here? I'm wondering if we need to make use of some of these stars. Have a little fun putting those with some of the remaining space, maybe. Let's see here. Do we want to play up any of this blue washi tape to play up the blue that's in the word Rocketman? Maybe do a little bit of a faux corner here. Do another one on the other side, maybe. Don't want to cover up Taron Egerton's name, which, by the way, if you haven't seen Rocketman, I highly, highly recommend it. Taron Egerton did such a great job. All right, now, okay, so we've played up the blue. Let's get a couple of these star stickers going. Since this is a clear sticker, it is okay if we cover some of our border here. This might end up looking a little bit on the busy side. You know what? That's okay. Let's get this thinner one going here. Just plop that down at the bottom. You know what? I like it. This page isn't meant to be overly decorative, and I think we've done quite a bit with this space. So let's call this good. All right, next up, I need to date all of these shorter pages that I made, and I'm gonna pull back out the Essential Dates and Numbers sticker book. And if you missed my January setup, you probably missed this goofy little template that I set up for myself. I've got some neck and back issues, and I really don't have the time or the patience, to be honest, to go through pages upon pages and draw a bunch of lines. And I seriously admire those who do, but that's just not me. And I did a little math, tried to figure out, a best case scenario about how to space all of these months before I actually have to go in to lay them out. And I figured that the best combination was to add 4 little boxes, basically covering 4 dates worth of words on a single page. So what I did here is I cut out a little bit of a box for where I need to put every single date. So we're gonna pull up March. Again, I'll just lay out a couple of the stickers with you here and then do the rest off camera. All right, so matching up the dot grids, the first box is easy. So we just lay that number 1 in that upper left-hand corner while I grab number 2. Okay. They're might be better ways to do this, but you know, this works really well for me. So I've picked out the next box. I'm just going to slide the template out and drop in number 2 right there. So hopefully you get the idea. I'm going to go ahead and number the rest of these off camera because that's kind of boring, right? All right, I'll be right back. Okay, friends, that is about it. So I numbered everything. I've got just, you know, an even spacing of 4 boxes. And like I said, I don't need lines, just, you know, visualizing, since this is a nice friendly dot grid, just visualizing the space between each number is really all that I need to do. And as you can see, you know, with March being 31 days, it used up basically all the pages that I dedicated for it, except for 1 extra space. And if I want to practice something else, then I have that power to do that. So just for reference, in case you're curious or maybe wanting to replicate this, I have 4 pages dedicated to lettering between the actual monthly cover page, and then I can use the full space, the full page that's at the end of the month, just for maybe something fun. I figured that for this, I would use it for a movie quote page. And I'm not going to do that on this video. I'm going to probably post that to my Instagram. If you have not connected with me on Instagram, please do. Why not? I'm also at Feel Good Plans, all one word, on Instagram, and I'll post a reel putting this together. It takes a little bit more concentration than I think I can dedicate to a YouTube video. So, you know, go check it out. And yeah, so that wraps it up for March. And if you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And I'll see you in my next one. See ya.